Hello, this is Learn to Love Yourself, Serenity with Rosie. So first, I want to take a deep breath, calm my energies, and ask our spirit guides and our guardian angels to protect us while we have this conversation. So, topic for today is love thaws. So, my last couple topics were on narcissism and other hurt and pain from my life. And this topic, I want to stress about the healing aspect of it. Because if you have narcissism, if you think of it like this, they basically have a frozen heart where they're not letting anything in because they're afraid of being hurt. They're afraid of being made fun of. They're afraid of being looked at differently. The list can go on. And I'm not saying this is an excuse for poor behavior. No, I'm not. But being that we're all in this school together, we're all learning, we're all growing, we're all trying to expand our own consciousness, then I think that it helps to understand the bigger view on things, on why someone is like that. And it's taking back your own power as well as to say, I can understand and appreciate you had something that hurt you so bad when you were a child that with your mother, she didn't love you, or your father, he was terrible to you and treated you badly, or whoever it was. I understand that someone hurt you, but you don't have the right to hurt me because they hurt you. So there's the boundaries. There's the line. You can't cross this. But just so you know, if you do want to get help, there is help available. And so that is what I want to stress and as love thaws. Because if us, other people who aren't totally in our narcissistic energies, if we have more compassion and understanding, and instead of just, because if we belittle someone who's already belittling others, doesn't that make us a hypocrite of a hypocrite? You get my gist. But basically, it does not make you a better person just because you can point out the wrongs of others. You're not a more enlightened person just because you can see someone's faults. That is not what enlightenment is. Enlightenment is where you can put yourself in their shoes. You can appreciate and understand how they feel, but you also have self-love and self-care for yourself. Therefore, you only accept what you deserve. So does that, I don't know if that makes sense to others, but whereas you're not only uplifting yourself, but instead of stepping on people to get up, you're lifting others with you. And so the biggest thing is as we go up in consciousness, as we expand and keep growing, our perceptions, everything around us becomes expanded and bigger. And that goes a lot for, the things you comprehend. And you'll sit there and one day you're like, oh wow, I haven't thought of that. I never thought of that idea. And it's just like, you know, with healing especially, you go through that because you'll heal from something and then a little while later something else comes up and you're like triggered from it and you're like, I thought I healed from that. And it's like, you did, but you expanded to a bigger consciousness. Therefore, now you can heal it even further than you could before. And that's what this whole growing, expanding journey is about. It's about all of us being able to grow and expand. But the one point for today about love thaws, it's about not stepping on other people because you will pay every time you have to step on someone to get up. You don't get anywhere by doing that because that is unkind. Just because someone is bad and mean doesn't mean that you get to demean them or belittle them or say harsh things. That's not an excuse. You say, oh, well, I only say it about bad people or mean people. But guess what? If you're saying it, you're still saying it. It doesn't matter who you're saying it to. You're still saying it. And so we have to watch. I have to watch what I say, how I'm reacting. Am I reacting in my highest timeline energy? Or am I reacting in a lower frequency? What do I want for myself? Because no one can hold you back but you. And that can be a big shock because you realize you're your worst enemy. You're your worst critic. And so you can also be your biggest strength. You can be your biggest cheerleader. You can be anything you want to be. And so I just want to put it out there that people think. I'm not saying you should let people who are in their narcissistic energy get away with things that is hurtful to you. You absolutely have to have boundaries. Absolutely, because you deserve better. But if you take the approach more and treat them like, say, a frightened horse or a frightened dog or a cat, something that has been abused, if we take that approach, it's not like we're going to give it everything. Absolutely not. Because they still have to find their own way. But we can always have compassion and love and understanding. And honey attracts more bees than vinegar does. And so there's no excuse for any of us to be unkind, regardless of how people treat you. I mean, it doesn't make it right to treat someone unkind just because they were unkind to you. Not really. So it's all off frequency. And that's how we are our own judges. I very much believe in karma because I've seen it firsthand. And what you send out always comes back to you. And that's why the power of belief, the power of your words, the power of your thoughts and your actions, and form your own reality. And so I really just want to implore everyone, let's be kinder to each other. Have boundaries, but be kind. I just want to send love to all of you and healing if you're open for it. And remember how blessed you are, how so much is around you and within you. And you can have the world. feel me reach out. Have a good day.